Hi, today we're going to give you a brief introduction to alvaDesc 3.0. alvaDesc is a powerful software tool developed by alvascience to calculate almost 6,000 molecular descriptors, generate various molecular fingerprints, and determine the occurrences of user-defined structural patterns. The software is available with both graphical and command line user interfaces, which can be easily integrated into KNIME and Python. Additionally, alvaDesc comes with comprehensive documentation and is available for Windows, Linux, and Mac. In this video, we will focus on the main functionalities of alvaDesk's graphical user interface. Let's start by opening a molecule file. alvaDesc supports the most common molecular file formats, such as SMILES and MDL. We start by opening a SMILES molecule file. Since SMILES format does not include 3D coordinates, we can calculate them directly within alvaDesc. Now, we can proceed to calculate the molecular descriptors. alvaDesc provides an intuitive interface where you can select specific descriptors of interest, but for this demonstration, we'll calculate all available descriptors. Once the calculation is complete, the results are displayed in a spreadsheet-like table, allowing you to easily sort and filter the descriptors. Additionally, alvaDesc provides a side panel where you can view detailed information about the selected molecule and highlight specific features such as atoms or bonds that raise warnings, user-defined substructures using SMARTS representations, Bemis-Merkle structural elements such as ring systems, linkers, and side chains. You can also verify molecular structures by connecting to external databases like PubChem and Google Patents. In addition to molecular descriptors, alvaDesc can calculate max 166 fingerprints, extended connectivity fingerprints, and path fingerprints. Both extended connectivity and path fingerprints can be customized through a range of parameters. alvaDesc also allows for the calculation of structural patterns. You can add patterns manually using the Add button or paste a list of patterns directly into the grid. The list should contain at least one column with the SMARTS representation of the patterns, and if a second column is included, it will serve as the pattern's name. You can customize how molecules are standardized, including specifying how molecules should be aromatized and how nitro groups are standardized. When the Count Structural Pattern Occurrences option is enabled, alvaDesc calculates how many times each structural pattern appears in a molecule. You can also test your structural patterns against a user-defined molecule. Once calculated, structural pattern data is displayed in new columns, one for each pattern. You can use these columns, as well as molecular descriptor columns, to filter and sort your dataset. For example, you can filter based on molecular weight or the presence, absence of a specific structural pattern. Beyond calculations, alvaDesc offers data analysis and visualization tools. You can generate charts such as scatter plots to visually analyze descriptor data. Molecules included in the filters are shown in green on the chart, while excluded molecules are shown in gray. You can also select specific molecules directly from the chart, with selected items highlighted in red. alvaDesc provides basic statistical analyses, including univariate statistics. You can also perform more advanced analyses, such as correlation analysis, to assess the relationship between descriptor pairs, or apply dimensionality reduction techniques like t-SNE, or principal component analysis, also known as PCA. Let's perform a PCA. Here you can choose which groups of descriptors to include in the analysis. Once the PCA is complete, alvaDesc generates a chart with two plots. On the left, the loading plot shows how variables contribute to each principal component. On the right, the score plot visualizes how molecules are distributed according to the principal components. In the score plot, you can select and filter molecules based on their scores. Finally, you can export the calculated data in various formats such as text, SMILES, MDL, or Excel. In case of a large number of descriptors, you can decide to perform a variable reduction first. Additionally, alvaDesc allows you to save your molecules and the calculated data as a project, which can be reopened later to further analyze the data without recalculating it. The project can also be opened in alvaModel to develop QSAR, QSPR models. To check more alvaScience solutions or for further contact, please check our site alvaScience.com.